ask the question of Manny. Jim?
Okay, first of all, what are your thoughts on getting back to playing again?
Well, it's obviously a very exciting prospect for me at this point. Coming from where I was 2 months ago and making the statement that the season was over, to potentially having a possibility to play in the NHL Stanley Cup Final is obviously incredibly exciting for me.
Blake? Recall the incident that became first, Manny. It seemed like it just kind of came out of nothing.
Obviously we're talking about this, and it was a major incident, but I'm going to answer all those questions at the appropriate time. My focus right now is just going to be moving forward. Again, with the potential to play in the Cup Finals. I don't want to be a distraction to my teammates and getting ready for a very big series right now. Jason?
Manny, when did you first know that there was a chance you could play again this season?
Just a couple days ago, I guess, really. I've been monitored almost daily for the past almost 2 months now, and the doctors were pretty pleased with the progression and the way things were looking, and with the exercise that I was doing and the activity that I was getting into, there was no change in my status, so they felt and saw that it was an opportunity that if I felt confident enough and physically ready enough with the contact and with the awareness out there that playing could be a possibility.
What did it mean to you to have such an active role with the team, even though you were out with an injury?
I think this whole year we've stressed the importance of how important everybody is to this team, and whether that be Hank and Danny playing 22, 25 minutes, or guys playing 3-4 minutes, or Deep playing a shutdown role, or Lou stepping up big in a game. I think everybody's contribution on and off the ice was stressed throughout the year. So just being able to be around the guys through this whole run, and being able to break down tapes and go over things with different guys. I think that was huge just for my confidence and my sanity, just to be around the guys and have a certain level of normal life. So it was just, again, it was a great feeling to be able to continue to be around the guys and travel and just be a part of it.
Perfect.
Kind of on the same lines there, so many times injured players aren't with the team, but being front and center, they talked about how that helped their morale. Did it help you in your recovery process too, Manny, in terms of a very difficult time?
Very much so. It was obviously very emotional for me. But again, just being able to be around the guys, coming to the rink every day, having those laughs, having those inside jokes, just joking around in the dressing room, being on the road, going to dinners with guys, just that level of being on a team. I've been on a team now for almost my entire life, playing team sports, and when, like you said, sometimes when you're an injured guy, you're away from the team, and you just feel like an outsider. So just to be able to get back into the mix of things was huge for my recovery, just from the mental aspect of things.
Jim and then Brooke.
Manny, was there a time when you questioned yourself whether or not to be able to play again?
I think if you ask any player, anytime you're injured, there's definitely a period of self-doubt. You hurt a knee or an ankle, will I ever be able to skate the same? Will I ever be able to do this or that the same? So yeah, just with every injury, you question yourself. But just again having an incredible support around me, starting with my wife, who was incredibly supportive from day one, and just really kept me focused on the best possible outcome at all times, and just reassured me that everything was going to be all right. Starting from there, and again being around the guys, just always positive attitudes around here, and always building me up, and support from fans around the league, emails, text messages, all the media outlets, everything that I was hearing, it was it's very uplifting on a daily basis to get that those type of positive messages and reinforcement.
Manny, how is your vision? How well are you 100% in each? Are your eye 100% or how is it?
Well, I've never been 20/20, so I can say honestly that I'm not 20/20 in that eye, but I've been medically cleared to play, and it's good.
Do you have a blind spot, if you forgive me, or areas you can't see, or can you see clearly enough?
Like I said, I'm medically cleared to play, and this whole process is based on number one, if I feel comfortable out there, and two, from my personal standpoint, I would never put myself or my teammates or anybody else on the ice at risk. So again, the awareness and spatial awareness is there.
Ian. Right here, Manny. Okay. What is this like for you right now, this moment?
I guess it's kind of the high point of this ride, I guess. In terms of, like I said before, coming from where I was on March 16th to potentially playing in the Cup Finals. There's a lot of ups and downs in there, so to be able to sit in front of you guys and say that it is a possibility that I'll play this year, it's definitely a very uplifting feeling for myself.
Is it emotional for you?
Not as emotional as I was before. I think now it's the work is setting in. You know, it's I realize the difference between taking 2 months off and coming back mid-January and taking 2 months off and coming back at the beginning of June. You know, there's obviously a lot at stake right now. The pace and tempo of play is a lot higher, and you know, you have the two best teams in the National Hockey League going at it. So, you know, I realize that you know, it's been a dream of mine to play for the Stanley Cup, but at the same time, I'm not going to put myself out there to be you know, treated like a little brother, and you know, I know there's not going to be any gimmies out there. So you know, it's work time now, and like I said, if I feel ready to play and my conditioning is up to standard and I can make a contribution, then we'll move forward with that.
Mike, then KR.
Manny, are you going to change equipment because of what happened with you? I mean, will you be wearing a visor now till the end of your career? And the second part is, did you have to go, because this is an emotional time of year, this may be the pinnacle of your career, playing in the Stanley Cup Finals, but at the same time, we're talking about the vision. Did you have to weigh that very carefully? Did you think, is this good for me in my long-term health?
Yeah, just like I said, I've been monitored daily for quite some time now, and had very in-depth conversations with the doctors. I can assure you I wasn't flipping a coin in the change room deciding whether I was going to play or not. So just everything I've gone over with the doctors, they've assured me that everything is as it should be, and like I said, with the exercise that I've been doing, everything continues to look good. And as I said before, there is still some healing that needs to take place, but you know, it's one of those things that I was explained is that you know, it is what it is, and going forward, I will continue to be monitored daily. And if at any time the doctor doesn't like what he sees, then he has the ultimate veto power.
Are you going to wear a shield from now on? You made that promise to yourself and your family?
Yeah, I realize the importance of it now, and obviously I'll wear the full face shield for the rest of this year, and then going forward see what my comfort level with different pieces of equipment.
KR.
You talked about the support system you had through this journey. What's the biggest
I'm sorry,
thing?
can you?
You talked about the support network that you had going through this, but through this journey, what's the biggest thing that you learned about yourself and maybe your teammates?
I think you know, we talk about our team concept all the time. We talk about you know, we have a real family environment around here. And, you know, we have obviously, you know, we're here to win, we're here to play hockey, but more importantly, the level of care that we have for each other in the room, and the importance we put on our personal health and the health and well-being of our families really came first and foremost, and right from ownership to management, coaches, teammates, and even players around the league and GMs, coaches I've never played for, express their best wishes and thoughts just for my health, and you know, really put things into perspective. And like I said, we're here to play hockey. We're hockey players, but at the end of the day, the level of respect that we have for one another as, you know, friends, husbands, brothers, fathers, that really came to the forefront for the last couple of months.
I have more questions, and I've got two going right now.
Manny after you.